So lately I haven't really been feeling very good, and it's more of a kind of a mental and physical and emotional thing. It's not like like I have a cold or something. It's like I've been struggling with a lot of stuff. It's been a really challenging year. So basically, this year I set out to make a video a week, and this was actually right after dealing with a very close death in my immediate family. And I thought, I can put all my effort into this thing, and that will be my creative outlet, and that'll be great. However, it's proved to be harder than I initially thought. The last couple months, I've been really focused on well-being in general, just trying to focus on feeling better as a whole. And that there's a lot to it. There's like the whole physical side of like what's going on with my body, and then there's the whole kind of emotional and mental side of it, which is what's going on inside of my head. So basically I just wanted to make this video to talk about it a little bit and trying to basically start a conversation. This year I dealt with my first kind of really extreme experiences with burnout. It's kind of like nothing I've ever really experienced before. And before I actually had experienced it for myself, I thought that burnout was kind of something that maybe didn't last as long as it does. And yeah, there is kind of a voice in my head that is like, yeah, stop feeling sorry for yourself and, get back to it. But I gotta say, it's really not that simple. It's one of these things that really takes a lot out of you, and it makes it really hard to really do much of anything else. So with that, I haven't really been making videos all that much. And of course, I want to be making videos by all means, but it's hard because I feel like outside of work, I feel like I don't have energy for anything else. And I mean, that's not really a good position to be in. Basically, I work 35 hours a week, so in my opinion, I should have more energy to do other things. So that's where this whole kind of wellness journey comes in, because I'm trying to combat this in kind of any way that I can, because I definitely want to keep creating, but it's hard. It's hard to be on camera. It's hard to feel like you have energy to even get all the stuff put together to do it. So I guess some of the things that I've been trying to do for, making time for my wellness is, number one, I've been trying to be more intentional about going for walks and listening to my body. So a lot of times when I was younger, I would work through exhaustion. I'd feel crappy, feel like I can't do this anymore, and I would just keep pushing because I thought that's what you're supposed to do, because I was always kind of brought up with the idea that being lazy is a really bad thing. I was like thinking for a long time, like, oh yeah, you just got to do that because that's what everyone does. You just got to push through, and it'll go away eventually. You'll feel better eventually. So I kept kind of going on like this for a while, kept pushing, and I started realizing that it started making the creative burnout even worse. So I'd be like working on a project and then feeling like really like I have no energy even to do it, but doing it anyways because I want to get it done, because this is like my passion project. And then finally getting to the point where it's done, and then having massive anxiety about not having another project on the go, and then freaking out about that silently. And having this kind of sense of just not being able to relax. Like I spent so much time trying to relax, trying to feel good and kind of disconnect, but nothing was seeming to work. It was like no matter how much I disconnected from social media, turned off my phone, like put on ambient music and put mood lights on, I still wasn't feeling any better. And I was like, hey, what the
Like, what is going on with me? So I started kind of looking into it more, and it turns out that burnout is actually this thing that lots of people deal with, and it's actually kind of like closely related with like depression and PTSD, which actually makes perfect sense because, you know, I've been through some I don't think I'm like special being like, oh, I've had the hardest life journey ever, but I've been through some stuff that definitely still hurts, you know, so that makes it a little bit of a challenge to try to overcome that. And so I don't know. I don't really know the answer. I don't really know how to get better. I just know that it's important that I don't give up. But at the end of the day, I just want to make stuff. I just want to make stuff that I like. And that's what this whole kind of YouTube channel is about. I just want to make what I want to make. So that's kind of one of these things as an artist where it's kind of frustrating to deal with because it's not always joy-inducing to create in general. Sometimes it's really grueling. It's really hard to create because a lot of times I come at this and I'm really coming from having an empty glass. I've expended all my energy for the day on all of these other things, but I, haven't given enough to myself to feel better. I guess, like, if you're watching this, if you've struggled with burnout or you are currently struggling with burnout, I just want you to know, like, you're not alone. It's not actually it's not a super rare thing. I mean, it's very common in today's kind of day and age, just with how everything is. What I'm doing now is I'm making time. I'm making time for my wellness. I'm making it a priority in my life. And, I'm going to get back into the gym. I'm going to get back into going for walks and maybe I'll go do some therapy or something because it's been a hard year and I know that I'm capable of amazing things. I've kind of been hit, knocked down, and having a hard time getting back up. So anyways, if you got anything out of this video, yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments or something. I appreciate you sticking around and watching this thing. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I will continue to get better. Anyways, until then, bye for now. See you next time, everyone.